Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames. In this video, we're gonna talk about Beyonce's half brother questions why Beyonce doesn't love him, as though Beyonce is the only child or the only half sister he has. No one wants to acknowledge Solange knows. Everyone keeps skipping over Solange head as though she doesn't exist. Just imagine Solange being there saying, "Why is it that no one is talking about me, asking about me?" Just kidding. We know that Solange Knowles is a firm woman, but that statement was just to highlight how much of a clout chaser and money grabber this woman is. And you can tell, you can get a sense of the type of woman Miss Alexandra Wright is. This is the mother of Nixon Knowles. Nixon Knowles is Beyonce's 13-year-old half brother, and not just Beyonce, Solange Knowles again. No, this child is saying that she doesn't have contact with his sister Beyonce, which makes him feel excluded. Sir, you don't need to have any contact with Beyonce. You need to have contact with your father, Matthew. Matthew's the one who brought you here, him and your mom, Alexandra. So the two people who you should be having contact with and worried about having contact with is your mother and your father. If your mother was sitting you down at an early age, explaining what had happened to you, being transparent that she messed with someone's marriage, that's how she got pregnant, and as such, do not look for any acknowledgement from Beyonce or Solange Knowles because your mom was the one who ruined their family, then you would have been able to come to terms with the fact that you have a famous sister out there who didn't ask to be related to you, or you didn't ask to be related to her, and chances are she may never have a relationship with you. Also, your mother should have gotten the necessary therapy and help that could assist you with accepting these terms. But your mom keeps using you to clout chase, and it's not doing you or her any good. If anything, it's going to build up your expectation. It's going to cause you to expect something from Hollywood each time the blogs, the media talks about you, only for you to realize that it was only going to last for 5 minutes, and then you're going to feel depressed all over again. But let's talk about what is being reported. Now, it is said that Miss Alexandra Wright in 2014 became bankrupt and was forced to move into a mobile home with her young boy. So Miss Alexandra is saying that Beyonce is a billionaire and she just bought the most expensive house in California, just 10 miles from where we live. Just imagine that. Beyonce bought a home for $200 million with her husband Jay-Z, and here we are living just 10 miles from her in a mobile home. She's saying the clear discrepancy between the lifestyles of Nixon and his famous sister has had a profound impact on the young boy's perception of himself and his place in the world. And that is because what his mother has cultured him into believing. If his mom had had the right discussions with him, get him the therapy that he needs, he would be focused on making something for himself. He would be focused on, you know what? This is what my dad did, and I'm going to ensure that I do not replicate the steps of my father because I know how painful it is. The child would find some means, method, rhymes, or reason to focus on just their circle, and with the assistance of a therapist and maybe a mentorship coach, each time someone attacks him with Beyonce is your half sister, Beyonce is on tour, why are you living so poor? He would have been able, to handle that. But because this mom, Alexandra, keeps prompting him up to say, Beyonce is your half sister. Look at your half sister. Ooh, your half sister just bought a house for $200 million. He's going to believe that at some point in time, Beyonce is gonna come and be his knight in shining armor. No one is even looking at Solange Knowles, and it's sad because Solange Knowles is also his half sister. So by that, you can tell that Miss Alexandra is a clout chaser. She's a money grabber, really not necessarily a good woman of character or reputation based on the display of the behavior, displaying of information here, and a refusal to acknowledge that Solange Knowles is also Nixon's half sister. No, they're saying that Nixon has never had the luxury of being a normal child. That is what Alexandra is saying. Being related to someone famous smothers kids like him and they lose their identity. She's saying that she sits in her bathroom and cries sometimes because I just don't know how to help him be his own person. You can't help him be his own person when you've been telling him that he's a nose and that's your sister. And when you go to school, tell them you're a nose and tell them that Beyonce is your sister. That is what the mom has been doing. So she has been creating a fake world for this child, and each time the child keeps getting disappointed, she keeps coming to the media, and the media is not going to help her. She's going to get 5 minutes of attention. She's not even going to get fame because she's known as the side chick, the woman that helped to ruin a marriage, and family comes first always. So what she's looking for, she's not going to get. She can sell a few stories here and there. She can write a memoir. She can write a few books. But outside of that, is it going to be beneficial to her? Heck no. She should focus on getting some help, getting some therapy for herself and her son, and just accept that not only Beyonce is his half sister, but Solange Knowles is his half sister as well. Come to terms that they may never ever have a relationship or any form of communication, because the reality is that is Matthew's responsibility. Matthew stepped outside of his marriage with Tina, got outside kids, so naturally there is some type of resentment there. The child is innocent, but at the same time, so too is Solange Knowles and Beyonce. It is not Beyonce's responsibility to build a relationship with her half brother. She didn't ask for that situation. Neither is it Solange's responsibility. And if I was Beyonce or Solange, I would act as though that child does not exist. I would not wish him any bad or anything. Maybe push come to shove, I may, assist with ensuring that he gets to college, like pay for his college tuition. Maybe I would, send him gifts, invite him to certain family functions, maybe twice a year, 3 times a year, not entirely exclude him. But that is what I would do. But Beyonce is not me, Solange is not me, and they are the ones who actually knew everything that went on. They have the details more than we do, and I believe that based off everything that transpired, that's how they will make their decisions. We can always assume, but at the end of the day, only the people in it truly knows what took place, and as such I believe that that's how they're going to respond based on their experience. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know, why do you think that everyone is always focused on Beyonce, not Solange, with their 2 kids between Matthew and Tina? Solange and Beyonce. And also, do you think that Beyonce and Solange Knowles is obligated to getting to know Nixon Knowles? I want to hear from you guys. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, and see you all next time. Bye guys.